Hey guys, it's Ryan with Mom on Mission, and today I am joining a collaboration all about how to keep the Christ in Christmas. If you're new here, I am Ryan, a Christ-following wife and a book-loving homeschool mom to 3 boys. So stick around and subscribe if you want to see all things biblical womanhood, homeschool, and book related. So today I am joining Wendy over at Plan Prep Pray. Make sure you check out her channel down below along with the playlist to find out lots of different ways that you can keep the Christ in Christmas. So this has been a big thing for me and my husband ever since we had kids. And I came from a family who we didn't always do so great at that. We really liked our presents. We really liked all this, fun, festive stuff. And we knew what Christmas was really about. And we would talk about it some, but it wasn't the focus. And so it's always been important to me to make that more of the focus. And as my kids have gotten older and I've just seen how consumerism just gets worse and worse the older they get, it's just been a really, really big thing for us. And so here are some really not rocket science ways that we keep Christ in Christmas. And I would love to hear your ideas down below. So the first thing is we always go through some sort of Advent reading. In years past, we have done just a simple Bible reading. We've just looked up Advent reading plans and just read through straight from Scripture. There's another book that I shared in my favorite Christmas books that I will link up above. And this year we're doing one that we haven't done before. And this is Sinclair Ferguson's, it's kind of hard to see, Love Came Down at Christmas, Daily Readings for Advent. Now I will say this is not written for younger kids. I am not saying it cannot be used for younger kids. My kids are from 2 up to 9. And I will say I wouldn't just like read this aloud and then leave it be. But with a little explanation, my kids like it and they're getting something out of it. The 2-year-old, he's 2. But the 7 and 9-year-old are understanding. And just like with anything, if you're a homeschool mom, you are used to teaching your kids. So just kind of break it down if you think that it's going over their heads. So it's not necessarily written for children, but it is a good family challenging devotional. Not devotional, Advent reading. They go through 1 Corinthians 13, which is typically what you hear at a wedding or something like that, talking about love and what love is. And this goes through and shows you verse by verse how actually Christ's coming was the ultimate love. And at the end of every chapter, there's also a reflection and prayer section. So those reflection questions are really good to just get your kiddos involved and check your own heart, and it's really, really good. Also in previous years, we have done, this is our little homemade Advent calendar. It's actually a banner, so I'm not gonna unfurl it all, but I just printed out these numbers, glued them on some cardstock, made them pretty with some ribbons. And then on the back, I would just write the date. So this one says December 20th, what reading we would do. So I just looked up an Advent reading schedule. And then we would always just add a little fun thing in there. So this says learn Merry Christmas in another language. And that part didn't always have to do with Christ. But this was just a way to make the daily readings fun. And we would just use a little clothespin or something to just slide it down as the day of Christmas drew nearer. And sometimes they were, those activities were more Christ-based, like bake cookies for someone or something like that. Showing love and compassion to others, sharing with others. But sometimes they were just something fun, but that just makes it a little more interesting for those, especially those younger kids, to see the clothespin moving down. Another way we have done this, oh, this thing's heavy, is our Advent doors. And so in these, I would put, they would get to open it, and I would put a little card in there that has a scripture to read on it and something to do. So it's kind of the same idea, but we would just go door by door and open up the doors and pull out the card. I got this actually at a garage sale for really, really cheap, and I couldn't figure out why they would sell it because it was brand new. It still had the stickers on it. And then I realized way down at the bottom, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, it goes 21, 24, 23, 24, 25. But it's okay. Most people don't even notice unless I point it out. But it weighs like a lot. So other than that, what we try to do to keep Christ in Christmas is just to do it organically. We simply make sure we are always guiding the conversation of Christmas back to Christ. We make sure that we're not just, you know, putting a little snippet of scripture here and there and quickly reading the Christmas story on Christmas Eve and calling it good while, you know, all of the baking and the present wrapping and the shopping and the parties are happening around us. Instead, yes, we do the baking and the cooking and the shopping and all that stuff. But every day we try to, you know, when the talk of Christmas comes up, we try to point them back to Christ and remember what it is we're celebrating. And, you know, not just in a flippant, nonchalant way, but to truly explain to them, you know, what it meant for the King of the universe to step down and become a lowly baby for us. And then another way, and some of those ways that we do that organically is, like I said, just in plain conversation. I try not to let the talk of gifts and what we want and what we hope to get out of hand, because that's easy to do. And, you know, in the evenings when we have our kind of quiet devotional time, we also sing Christmas hymns. So we do hymn sing, you know, sometimes we do it more frequently than others. We do sing hymns at night, but we make sure to turn them toward, you know, the more Christmas hymns, O Come Emmanuel, things like that, to end our day. And, you know, it's consistency. It's not necessarily some magic book that you can read or something. It's just, with anything, presenting the gospel day after day after day, and especially at Christmas, to show them what it is we actually are celebrating. So like I said, check out Wendy's playlist down below and subscribe to me if you haven't, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.